Hey everybody, it is Mickey with Freedoming Photography, and I am showing you just a little bit behind the scenes of how I narrow down the images that I want to present when I believe I've got something good. I've only got a couple of birds in this little dump off my memory card, so we're going to run through those, and I'll probably do another one of these when I get a lot more diversity in wildlife, or maybe a lot of other species of birds in one go. So for now, we're going to look at these, but in the meantime, if you do want to support me, I really appreciate it. There are links down in the description on how to do that. And yeah, we will jump right in and get to checking these out. So right away, what you're seeing is that there are these robins. I've got 8 different robin photos. And these were shot the day before I got the other ones, so you'll see those coming up in just a second. But what I'm looking at is there's several duplicates, and right away those are the ones I want to weed out. And so the first thing I do is I start looking at them in 100% zoom to see which ones are actually in focus and worth keeping. So if I zoom in all the way, right away that first one does not look like it's in focus. And so what I usually do is I mark that with 1 star. And then I go to the next one, same thing, not great. Did not apparently get any good shots of that bird scratching an itch. So those are not good for me, so we're going to keep moving. And then the next one also looks like it's a little bit out of focus, but that one looks good. What I'm looking for is that eye. I want to see that eye in perfect focus, because as viewers, that's what we innately connect to. We are looking to that eye to establish a connection. And so if it's a little bit out of focus, it's not going to be as powerful. It's not going to be as dramatic. If this were maybe, let's say, like a wolverine or something rare and the eye was still a little bit soft, I'd probably keep it, because when am I ever going to get to see that again? So rare encounters or just really wild shots, yeah, it's more subjective. I might try to keep it, but if it's something just a robin sitting on a fence, then I'm not really worried about preserving that one long term. This one looks a little better, so I am going to keep it. I'm not going to mark that with 1 star. And then you also see that I got some of it calling as well. And looking through the 2 of it calling, that one definitely looks like the sharper one. So there's no reason to keep 2 of the exact same photos. So I'm going to get rid of 1. And then again, that one, I'm going to compare it to the other one. That one looks a little bit sharper, the original one. So I am going to get rid of that one. And then once I've got them all 1 star, and you can see for this example, doing the 1 star isn't necessarily necessary, but when you get like hundreds of images, it makes a big difference, because then you can just go to attribute and 1 star and then highlight them all and just get rid of them all in one dump. So then we uncheck the 1 star, and there are the 2 that we are keeping, which is essentially what I figured I'd wind up with anyway. So then I've got these western meadowlarks. It had just snowed that morning, so I went out and found this western meadowlark. And you can see right away 3 look darker. Obviously, I fixed the exposure as I was going through, as I was capturing the western meadowlark. And so I want those brighter ones to be the ones that are actually the keepers. So I'm going to skip straight to that. And fortunately, a lot of modern cameras have eye tracking, which makes it a lot easier to make sure you get that eye in focus. And that's obviously what was going on here. So that one looks pretty good. And these are all probably going to look essentially the same, more or less, because it was not doing a whole lot. The only thing that's really moving around is just the slight little movement that I had in the camera as I was trying to hold it steady, because these were handheld. So that one, obviously it's got his head turned, so no. And then that leaves me with just that one, which is also what I expected. And then now I don't even have to look at the darker ones. I can just make those a 1 and get rid of them all in one go. So now I've got 2 robin photos, one of it calling, one of it not. And a western meadowlark photo, which cropping down a little bit is going to look really nice. So I hope you found that helpful. It was short and sweet, but that's a shortened version of how I go through my photos and choose the ones that I like. When I get more photos of another animal or something being more expressive, I will show you what I'm looking for as I kind of narrow down different expressions to see which ones I like the most. But for now, that's that in a nutshell, and thank you for watching so much. It means the world to me. And if you do want to support me, check out the links in the description. And any questions or comments, leave them down below. And thank y'all again, and I will see y'all next time.